Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Beretta 9mm USA Senior here, and today I've got an interesting one, I think, because it's going to be a comparison between a brand new Beretta APX A1 full tactical package. That's what this one is. The boxes they come with are pretty cool. You do have to push in on the tab here and then pull right afterwards to get them open. So I think a few people may struggle with that, but after you get used to it, I think it's a piece of cake. So here we are. This is in like the olive drab green, which I think is very cool, along with the black top, right? And we have numerous magazines here to go with this one. It's a good looking pistol, a high cap 9mm, just a nice package here. And of course, if you want to put your optic on there, you can. And it does have sights that are a little bit higher. So if you want to put a can on it, you can. They are blacked out sights. So if you're not going to put a can on it, you may want to just put just a dab of either like a yellow paint or a red paint or something there just to be able to pick up the front sight. Not a must, just something I would probably do. But there's that, the full tactical package. And let's compare that to my old one. I'm going to call it version 1, the original. Move that bad boy out of the way a little bit. So here's the package here on this one. Again, you can see that I have a couple of different magazines. 1, 2, 3, 4 magazines right here. And then the other pistol came with 3 or 4 also. And the magazines are interchangeable, which is super cool, right? So if you have the original APX, get the tactical like I have here, and then you have both and you have 10 magazines almost to go with them. And even though this pistol is, kind of old, I'll see if I can see a born on date on the packaging. Looking for a gun rag real quick. I think they're a good looking gun. Are they absolutely perfect? Will they appeal to everybody? No. Will they appeal to most people? I think so. I mean, if you like a Glock, what's not to like here? If you look at my video on the original, I believe that's at least 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old. Let's just talk about the differences here real quick. Obviously, one is set up for a silencer or a suppressor, and the other one is not. One has the super raised sights over the top of the slide, and the other one does not. You've got the olive drab green, which is beautiful in my eye, but some people may say it's not. Made in Italy on the tactical, and made in Italy right here on the original. Do I have a DPM system in there? And the answer to that is yes, it is a DPM system in the original. So that is why you have a difference right here in the look of the recoil assembly at the bottom of the slide. Slightly different there. And what does that mean? Yeah, quicker follow-up shots, a little bit less felt recoil, and 100% reliability. Trigger. That's a good reset for a plastic gun, I'm telling you. And let's squeeze it. Little bit of movement right there, and then it snaps. Again. Barely coming out on that reset. That's pretty damn good. Wow, you can tell this thing is so tight and has not been fired. Oh, and the DPM system difference. So there's like 3 springs inclusive of each other, and as one, collapses, it goes to the next one and then the next one. And so it's actually a little bit easier to rack the pistol. So this one is going to be one straight spring and a little bit more difficult to rack it. So even though this says it does a better job controlling the recoil, the action is easier to manipulate. So if you're a guy that has, not the strongest hands in the world, maybe you're over 65 and you want something that's a little bit easier to control or to rack, there you go. DPM makes the difference again. Now, where were we? Talking about the trigger. Well, it's very, very similar to the same thing. So even though it's a big difference in yours, the trigger itself looks very much the same. Here we go. A little bit of take up to where it firms up. A little bit of movement right there. And then not as crisp a break. Reset. Very good reset. Back on it. 4, 5, 6. Little trash in the trigger there. You saw that as it went over 6 pounds. In my estimate, 6.5 pounds. Again, a little movement there. A little more movement there. And then break. The reset is really good. 3 pounds, 14 ounces. So almost 4 pounds. This one was more like around 6.5. Try to go down towards the bottom. 6 dead. Let's go in the middle this time. Just kind of showing you the difference on placement. 6 pounds, 14 ounces. And then we'll go to the bottom again. 4 pounds, 12 ounces. So what do we got here? An average of like 5 1/4, 5 1/2 on this one, and slightly less, I believe, on this one right here. Oops, sorry, LOK Grips. That's a great tool. If you guys own 1911s at all, this is an excellent tool and for very little money. So both of them are pretty good, in my opinion, honestly. This one I think is better. This one hasn't been fired. So now my question is, you know, the a little bit heavierness in the trigger on this one, will that all go away after you fire 300 or 400 rounds through it? I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out because we are planning on taking this bad boy to the range. I wanna do a full range review of it. And then if I remember, I will test it again after we put like 300 rounds through it and see if it improved at all. If not, it's still a very decent home defense type trigger. I would like it to clean up a little bit, no doubt. So capacities are the same on these. You can use the, 15 round mags, 17 round mags. You can use these 17 round mags in either gun. Or you can use the 20 round mags in either gun. Your choice. I love that. I love that option. That really impresses me. It makes me feel like my gun money is going further when I have the original and then I have the new one and the magazines are interchangeable. Because I think I also bought an extra 4 or 5 magazines for this one back when I bought it. This older one right here has been to the range several times and I do not remember it ever having a malfunction. So I think that's important to note too. Very, very reliable. So if you're into these guns at all, a guy just told me he got one for $500, and I'm talking about the tactical right here. I don't know how you can possibly beat that for what that pistol brings to the table. $500 for a Beretta handgun that should be ultra reliable, very accurate, and just something you can count on. And your family can shoot also. They're easy to shoot. So your wife can shoot it, your older kids can shoot it, and then you can shoot it. And you guys can get different ones, you know, with different types of finishes and stuff like that. So that way you could share magazines amongst the family. That may be something to consider. In closing, guys, if you're gonna go tactical and use a suppressor at all, you know which one you're gonna get. There's the differences in the sights. This is just white contrast right here. And this one is just all blacked out. The back of the pistols look very, very similar, almost identical. The serrations are different, but both okay. So I think this one's a little bit more slippery than this one. Your guys' mileage may differ. Check them out at your local gun store and pick which one you like the best. I told you it wasn't gonna be a very long video, and it wasn't, guys. My original Beretta APX against the Beretta APX A1 Tactical. Pick your poison, which one you like. I like the olive drab green frame here a lot. But both of them are excellent, and this one has a better trigger. That's it for this one, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, the Beretta 9mm USA channel and the CZ 9mm USA channel. And if you have some time to kill, come on over to the Legion of Tools. That's what it's called, the Legion of Tools, where I'm reviewing tools and stuff like that. If you're interested in tools at all, many different brands, but here's a couple of Milwaukee's right here. So come on over, we talk over there, we chat, see what's going on. I answer most of the comments the first couple of days that I put videos up. I do appreciate you guys commenting back. Much respect to all of you. Thanks again for subscribing to the channel. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell. Until the next video, guys, remember, your Second Amendment is worth protecting.